What up, guys? Alchemist and I got something nice for you. So today we're using a stasis titan build, and the exotic we're using is icefall mantle. As y'all seen the beginning clip, I made it broken. Okay, y'all should have seen this coming. Okay, y'all already know I did the shenanigans on stasis warlock and stasis hunter. Y'all should have seen this coming. Okay. Icefall Mantle says Glacial Guard as exotic perk. While you have a stasis super equipped, it's better on stasis, so we ain't doing prismatic shenanigans here. Rapid stasis final blows grant frost armor. So we on the stasis super, obviously, and if I get rapid kills with this, we get frost armor. And it went up faster because I have the artifact on. So yeah, but y'all see, rapid kills give us frost armor. Okay. Now, it says you heal a small amount whenever you gain frost armor. So just to show you guys what this means and why it's such an amazing perk, anytime you trigger frost armor, which you're going to be doing non-stop with the artifact right now, you'll be getting frost armor from getting precision hits. So if I turn freaking Greg here on and I just keep getting precision shots to re-trigger frost armor, I'm going to keep getting chunks of health every time I'm shooting him. He damaging me, making me unkillable because I got ×8 frost armor on. So as y'all see, the health bar keep going up every time I re-trigger frost armor. So Greg not able to kill me. So you know, and then I can just shoot infinitely with god dang, you know, wicked implement with the shards and getting it and stuff. So you know, he's shooting me, doesn't matter, and health goes up from me getting frost armor. So I just want to show you guys that. Okay. Now you gotta calm down, my guy. You gotta calm down. I got a video to do. Alright, so that's the second part. Making you unkillable while you have the ×8 frost armor and just keep getting health back while you're doing it. Replaces your class ability with a burst of stasis energy that freezes nearby combatants, slow nearby opponents, crucible, and grants you increased frost armor. And that just basically means you get max frost armor. So if I had prismatic on, I would have got ×5. On stasis, because of the fragment, I get ×8. With ×8, I get 50% damage reduction instead of the usual ×5, which is 33%. ×8 is 50%. ×5, 32%. It's like a decimal. Okay, and just showcase you guys, I do the class ability. It does that effect. I got ×8 frost armor, and any enemy that's near me got frozen. Okay. Now, that's the exotic we are using for this build. The exotic weapon using, obviously, Wicked Implement, because Wicked Implement can make shards for us with creeping attrition, with basically destroying stasis crystals or getting precision final blows, create stasis shards for us. And then the stasis shards come back to us with his perk automatically. And then, of course, the catalyst making that precision final blows it has headstone, so I can destroy the crystal after I kill it, get a precision kill with this gun to make more shards, and then collecting shards overflows the magazine, which is why you saw I was able to shoot all day. Okay, now artifact. The main thing you want in an artifact for this build, the only main important one, the other stuff is just side character-ish, but the main thing you want is refresh threads, obviously, and elemental coalescence, so that whenever I make stasis shards, I get ability energy for my least charged ability, aka my class ability in this case. We got frost renewal on, where we get frost. If we get to red health while we got frost armor on, it'll do a freeze pulse around us, giving us our frost armor back, and freezing enemies around us. And then we got fever chill on, so we get rapid kills or rapid precision hits. We get frost armor. That's why you're seeing it was stacking with the exotic perk, giving us frost armor very quick from just killing like 2-3 enemies. We already had ×3/×4 frost armor. And then we got frigid Glaron just cause. I'll be honest with you guys, because the enemy gonna get frozen from the headstone if they near that enemy. The pulse from frigid glare ain't that huge, but we do have it on, so if I ever get a precision kill, it'll freeze enemies in the area that's near. But the headstone on Wicked Implement should already do that. But if it doesn't, hey, this is, you know, securing it. Subclass. Subclass, we're rocking Rally Barricade because it has a shorter cooldown than Towering Barricade, which helps us get the class ability back even quicker. As you can see over here, it tells you timer 19 seconds. Okay. We got on can't change melee and stuff. We got on glacier grenade so that we can always throw the grenade out there, which is crystals, and then we can just destroy those crystals with wicked implement, giving us stasis shards to pick up to get our class ability back quicker. We got on tectonic harvest, which basically says shattering a stasis crystal, again reason why we rocking the glacier grenade, or frozen target creates a stasis shard, right? So now we can implement making shards, and this making shards to us. This shard grant melee energy, and then while you have this equipped, picking up stasis shards give you frost armor. So getting stasis shards gives frost armor, and we get health picking up stasis shards. They don't tell you that here, but stasis shards give us a small amount of health when we pick them up. Then we got diamond lances on, so when I do kill frozen enemies with abilities or weapons or shatter them, it'll make a diamond lance on the ground, and I can use that diamond lance to freeze somebody else, which is very important because that's a loop with tectonic harvest, but also with the fragments we got in this build. So we got on Whisper of Rhyme in this build. This is how we get ×8 frost armor, so we don't have 5. We got on Whisper of Refraction, where defeating slowed or frozen targets grant us class ability energy, which is very good for this build. So you see I go over here and freeze these enemies with the class ability. The moment I kill them, I get chunks of class ability energy. And then if I pick up, well, the shard went to me. If I pick up the shard, I get energy because of the artifact, and boom, we already have our class ability back immediately, which is how we able to spam our class ability infinitely in this build without any downtime. We got on Whisper Conduction, that's how the shards come to us without us having to chase after them. We got Whisper Rending on, where our primary weapons do increased damage to stasis crystals and frozen targets. With this on, I think our primary weapon do like 100% more damage to frozen targets and stasis crystals. So just making our wicked implement do more damage to these frozen enemies, which they're always gonna be frozen. And then we have Whisper of Bonds on. This is a free fragment slot. I didn't know what else to put on, so I said, hey, skip it. Let's put on defeating frozen targets generate even more ores of power, which would guarantee our infinite uptime on our class ability because of the mods we have in our armor. Okay, so before we get to armor stats, you want 100 weapon in this build and 100 class ability. That's all you really need. I recommend going over 100 in class ability stats so you get an overshield to make you even more tanky and unkillable in this build. I got 160. I say go for 200. 200 class ability, 100 weapon stat. So then whenever you pop the class ability, which you're going to be spamming non-stop, not only will you have max frost armor for the 50% damage resistance, you'll get a heal post giving you your health back, but also too, you'll get an overshield for 5 seconds. So it's just amazing for survivability. You will not die in this build. I promise you. I did it in -40. You will not die at all. Okay, if you die, skill issue. Okay. Armor mods. We got Harmonic Siphon on, obviously, stasis weapon. So you get them ores power in the ground. We got on Special Finder, Heavy Finder, so that we can get ammo for our special and heavy. Wicked Implement is the only weapon you need in this build, so your special and heavy can be whatever you want it to be. There's free reign for you. Okay, you can put on a solo weapon if you want to utilize Colorado Darkness in the artifact. So all up to you. But yeah, free reign for whatever weapon, special weapon and heavy weapon you want to use, or energy weapon you want to use. RPs, we got on Bolstering Detonation and Focusing Strike. So when we use our melee and our grenade, it gives class ability energy back. And then we got on Heavy Handed. So if I kill somebody in my melee, we get an orb power out there. I ain't gonna lie, these are free armor slots in the RMPs. I didn't know what to put on this build because everything else already works for this build, so your RMPs can be whatever you want it to be. Okay, chest piece, resist mods, obviously. Leg piece, this is important. You want insulation, so whenever you pick up an orb power, you get class ability energy. And then we got orbs of restoration on, since we only spamming our class ability mostly in this build and not using our melee and grenade like that unless we in like desperate situations. This makes it that we get double energy. We're basically double dipping into getting class ability energy for picking up an orb power in the ground. And then we got one stasis surge on to make the Wicked Implement do more damage. In this build, I purposely spam Wicked Implement all day, even though I know I have special and heavy weapon on me that do more damage. But because I know I'm unkillable and Wicked Implement does an amazing job on just zone controlling and locking the enemies down to not being able to kill me and do anything to me, freezing them and stuff, I just be holding the trigger Wicked Implement all day like I do in my Warlock build. Class item, We got, if you haven't checked out my Warlock Infinite Stasis Turret build with Ryan Coat on, definitely check that video out. It's domain expansion. You really feel like a JJK character. Yeah, I'm an anime fan. You really feel like a JJK character. So go check that video out if you're a Warlock main and you haven't seen that build yet. And the class item, we got Reaper on, of course, because we're going to be spamming our class ability all day. So we might make an orb when we do that. We got Distribution on, because we purposely getting close to enemies to pop our class ability. So we might as well get ability uptime for all our abilities doing that. And then we got Powerful Attraction on to pick up them orbs around us whenever we are spamming our class ability like this. To get health back, because we do have 40 health stat in our kit, okay? That's the full build, and just showcase the whole orb situation. If I pop it, kill him, so orb on the ground. If I pick this orb up, just the orb alone and stuff gave me all that energy, and then one shard went into me. So as y'all see in the opening clip, just from freezing and killing one enemy give me all those benefits of almost having all of my stuff. If Reaper kick in, I know Reaper's on cooldown. Yeah, I would have had it back from just one enemy kill that's being frozen. Now, if I kill 2 enemies that's frozen, you're basically just guaranteed your class ability back. There's just no denying it, okay? You're able to spam it non-stop. So, have a ball with this build. I had a lot of fun freezing everything and staying alive. And no matter how much enemies damaged me, it didn't matter, because a lot of them kept getting frost armor. The exotic kept giving me a little bit of health back. Shards give me health back. I got damage resistance on. Picking up orbs of power give me health back. And then if you ever low health at all, literally pop class ability and to give you a chunk of health from you getting frost armor, because the exotic literally says when you get frost armor, you get health. That includes you popping the class ability. So if you ever get low health, you can pop your class ability, get your health back, and then like I said, go for 200 class stat so that you can. That's just an example of why you have glacial grenades on. So if you ever don't have no enemies to kill, throw your grenade, shoot the crystals, and you get your class ability back. But that's also a reason why I said have that on, have 200 class ability, because when we pop our class ability, you see the overshield. So you ain't gonna never be worried about dying, okay? You should never worry about dying with this build. It's amazing. And if you're wondering what armor set to run with this build, Ride Together, Die Together, the Despairing Soul set, which is the Smoke Jumper set. Goated armor set. Best armor set for PvE right now. It gives you 45% damage reduction from picking up orb power, and then the damage resistance drops as the timer goes down. But it only drops to 15%. So on average, you're getting 30% damage reduction for the 3 seconds that this buff is staying on. It's just free damage resistance. We can eat orbs all day in this build. So this helps you survive even more with this build while being killed. So yeah, just amazing. Anyway, I had fun making this build. Love this build. Hope you guys enjoyed this build. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys always. Until next time, stay up.